Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter. Today we will see the summary of it, which contains the 42 shlokas. In the last class we have studied all the slokas completely. Basically, this 4th chapter, which is called Gnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga, that means withdrawal or inner renunciation of the action with knowledge or withdrawal with wisdom. And this is can be broadly divided into three portions mainly under three headings. One is Avatara Rahasyam and Gnana Karma Sanyasaha. Then third topic is Gnana Sadhanani and Gnana Phalam. Now we will see one briefly about these three headings. One is about the Avatara. Shloka number 1 to 15. Avatara Rahasyam. Rahasya means the nature of the Avatara. What is the difference if the Lord descended onto this earth? And what is the difference between the Jiva Janma and Lord's Avatara? This is the main discussion we have to see. There are three differences between the Ishvara Avatara and the Jiva Janma. One is, what is the cause of the Avatara? And what is the cause of the Janma of the Jiva? Jiva's Janma is always we call as a Janma birth, but Ishvara's birth we will call it as a Avatara. So one is the cause of the Janma, and second is what is the Swarupa of this Ishvara and the Jiva, and thirdly, what is the Lakshyam or Uddeshyam or the purpose of this Jiva Janma and the Ishvara Avatara. Now the first point is Jiva Janma Karanam is the Ajnanam, ignorance. And because of his ignorance, he feels himself as an individual, ahankara, ahankari. And because of this individuality and ahankara, he claims whenever he performs the actions, the results of the actions. So naturally he accumulates the results of the action either in the form of the punya or in the form of the papa. This is the karanam for the jiva's janma. Basically, to say ajnanam. But Ishvara's avataram is sarvagnaha gnanaswarupaha, with knowledge, by knowing that he descended into this world. I have given the example that a person fall in the well and a person getting down into the well wantedly to protect that fallen person. This is the difference. So the Jiva's Janma is a fall, typical fall. And Ishvara's avatara is Gnana Swarupam. Not only that, he Gnana Swarupam and Karunavataram. With compassion on his own creation, he comes down for some purpose. That also we have seen to uplift the jivas. He is the Srishtikarta and he is the Sthitikarta. So he has got a great responsibility to maintain this his own Srishti and run it properly. But whenever required, he has to come and set right certain things and destroy. That's why Bhagavan said here, यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहं परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. Very important shlokas of this fourth chapter. Okay. Then, second point. What is the swarupa of the jiva and what is the swarupa of the Ishvara? We are now discussing the points under the avatara heading, shloka number 1 to 15. Under that, we are seeing the 3 points. One is already I explained to you now, the karanam, cause of the avatar and janma. Now the swarupa. Jiva swarupam is, jiva is a baddha swarupam. He is in the bondage. That's why he suffers. That's why he try to get out of the suffering because he is in the bondage. Baddha swarupam. He has no freedom. He has no total freedom. He came onto this world without his knowledge. And he leave this world also suddenly. When? We don't know. Why we born? We have no any information correctly, precisely about I have to born only to these parents. If the diseases come, science says that because this is because of the hereditary genes, character, all that. But the question is still, what is that decided I have to born to these parents? After something decided and I am going to born through these parents, then only their genes, character, then hereditary, all these things. This question cannot be answered by the science or the researchers, but Shastra gives the reply that is all decided by because of something, his own karma. So Swarupa is here, Baddha Swarupaha. So he is in the bondage, so he suffers. And Ishvara, he never suffers. Even though he descend into this world, looks like as though he born like all of us to a particular parents, but throughout that lifespan of the avatara, the Lord do all the actions with a smiling face. He never complains about anything. He never complains. Even while killing the demons, the Lord kills them with smiling. So, Ishvara is a Mukta Swarupaha. To say briefly, Mukta Swarupaha. Jiva Baddha Swarupaha. This is the difference in the nature of both of them. And there is another second Swarupa Bhedam also is there. Jiva Swarupam this physical body, which is made up of the five great elements, this Shariram is Bhautikam, Panchabhautika Shariram. But Ishvara's Shariram is not after Panchabhutas born and they are all get intermixed and then this physical body came to us. But in the Lord's case, it is Maya straight away takes the body. Maya, with the help of the Maya, Ishvara takes his body. That's why his Shariram is called Mayikam. Our Shariram is Bhautikam. That's why he is called as a Maya Manusha Veshadhari. Directly produced by the Maya without any modifications. That's why it is called a Divya Mangala Vigraham, Divya Shariram, Maya Manusha Vesha. So this is the another Veda. Now the third point, what is the purpose? What is the purpose? Jiva's Janma is the Uddeshyam, Lakshyam is to exhaust his karma, exhaust the karma phala. As I told just now, karma phala can be in two kinds. One is punya or papa, sukha or dukkha. To exhaust his punya papa, karma phala, in the form of sukha dukkha, he takes the body and come into this world. So he exhausts his karma punya papa phalam in the jagrata avastha, in waking state, and as well as some extent in the dream also, but not in the sleep. While sleeping, the jiva cannot exhaust or accumulate any punya papa because in that particular time of 5-6 hours, he doesn't have the ego sense. He doesn't have the sense of individuality. Because of that, when there is no individuality, when there is no sense of ego, and there is no ignorance also, nothing is not working. Ignorance is there in a hidden form, but ahankara, individuality is not projected. Therefore, he won't get any sin or merit. Otherwise, in waking and dream, he exhausts his karma phala. While exhausting, another thing, while exhausting, he freshly accumulate also again some karma phalams. Because in this present life also again he performs the actions naturally. Those actions again, some are dharmic, some are adharmic. So he accumulates again in this body. That karma is called again agami, which is freshly created and which gradually go and join in the sanchita. But Ishvara's avatara purpose is, just as I read now, the two shlokas, to protect the dharma, to maintain his own creation, harmony of the creation. So he prescribed, Lord, a dharmic way of life, and he given through the Veda Dharma Shastra. So whenever we lose our common sense and lead this dharmic jivanam, and when we follow the adharmic, and some adharmic people will become a big problem to the entire society, as like some diseases in the body becomes a threat to the entire body. Then what doctors will do? They will amputate or they will remove that part. Yes, if there is a problem in the appendix, appendicectomy, and if there is a problem in the uh, liver or bladder, okay, remove the gallbladder. So like this, some parts of the body they remove to save the other parts of the body. In the same way, when um, because in according to the time, somebody said common sense is a most uncommon thing. We'll see nowadays now, even the educated people, so-called cultured people, common sense is a most uncommon thing. So whenever the ratio of the adharmic people, okay, adharmic people increases and becomes a threat to the, like, these terrorists or hmm, the any kind of these people who harm the society, then Lord has to take the drastic action, a drastic procedure. Otherwise, he won't take the drastic actions or the surgical strike, but not always. Sometimes, whenever is required, he knows when it is required, then he will come. So that time, adharmodectomy or terroristodectomy, something has to be done. So when Lord Rama or Krishna took the avatara, we know the main threat is there in the Ramayanam, Ravana, and in the Krishna avatara, not one, so many are there. Kamsa and all the Kauravas, and who are all supporting the Kauravas, Jarasandha, so many. So Lord removed all of them from the earth. So like this drastic actions he will take. Otherwise, he is very patiently wait and do small punishments he will send, like samadana, bheda, danda, upayas, and but simultaneously, Lord wants to follow the another procedure also, educating, educating or education. One side is a distraction or education. If you see the Narsimha avatara or certain some kind of avatars, it's only just came and destroyed the Hiranyakashipu. Yes, or Kurma avatara, Varaha avatara. Varaha avatara is just to kill the Hiranyaksha, and Vamana avatara just to come and take away the pride of the Bali. So like this, there is no any time or chance to give the education. Education means what? Teaching. His own dharma shastra Veda, the teaching he has to revive in time to time. So here, second procedure of okay that he takes is the educating. That is we see in the Ramayana and we see in the Krishna avatar. That's why these two avatars are very, very important for us. And till now, till date, we we listen to the stories of the Krishna, Rama. Therefore, so Ramakrishna avatars, what is there? Um, they both are for education and as well as distraction, two in one. How the education Ramasya Ayanam Ramayanam. What Rama did, you follow that. And Krishnasya Vachanam, whatever is Krishna, you do whatever Krishna said. There is a difference. You do whatever Rama did, and you do whatever Krishna said. You should not follow whatever all Krishna did. If you want to do, you do all the things what Krishna did. If you do everything, well and good. You can't. But Ramasya Ayanam, how Rama lived, not the killing of the Kshatriya, and his dharma is to protect the society, so he killed the Asuras, Rakshasas, and the Adharmic people in the forest, later the Ravana, everything. But his way of approach to the life, and he stood as the embodiment for the dharma. Ramo Vigrahavan Dharma. Okay. Then, final statement when Bhagavan talking about this Avatara Rahasya from 1 to 15th shloka, there Bhagavan concluded with a beautiful statement. Whoever knows me completely, thoroughly, they will be liberated. They will get the freedom. They will get the freedom. The fourth shloka, the ninth shloka in this chapter, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tatvatah त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नैति मामेति सोऽर्जुन. I explained that day detailedly that shloka, but this is the essence of that. Whoever come to know me completely, thoroughly, my life, okay, and my actions are divine, then naturally their minds will also will be elevated, and they will reach me, they will be liberated from this samsara karma bandham. So after saying that, not only that, actually Bhagavan says in this same place, in the beginning itself, in the sixth shloka, in fact I never take birth. I am ajaha. अजोऽपि सन्नव्ययात्मा भूतानाम् ईश्वरोऽपि सन् प्रकृतिं स्वामधिष्ठाय सम्भवाम्यात्ममायया. अजः अपि अव्ययः अपि, and but still I appear as though I took the birth. The same kind of declaration comes in the Purusha Sukta. अजायमानो बहुधा विजायते tasya dhiraः परिजानन्ति योनिम्. Like that. Ajayamanah api bahuda vijayate. Even though unborn, but appears as born in many varieties and many times. The same thing only Bhagavan said in the Gita here, Ajopi Sannavyayatma. So this is the first topic over from number shloka 1 to 15. Then the second topic, Jnana Karma Sannyasa. Very important topic of the fourth chapter, or to say the entire Gita, or to say in the Vedanta itself, very important topic. Renunciation with proper knowledge. As I told, inner renunciation with the knowledge. Now, here there are two types of renunciation. Means what? Renunciation, karma renunciation, renunciation of the action. So generally it is a karma sannyasam. But that karma sannyasa should be followed, presupposed, have the gnanam first. Or at least after sannyasa, you must take refuge to the knowledge. Anyhow, basically this um, sannyasa, karma sannyasa is said in two ways. One is a formal sannyasa, that is giving up all the duties, responsibility of the varna ashrama dharma and taking the sannyasa, wearing the saffron clothes and all that, whatever, traditional formal sannyasa. That means externally we can know by seeing that person he is a sannyasi, he is a swami, sadhu, like that external. But it is necessary for everybody, or is it possible for everybody? Even though you formally took sannyasa, traditional way of sannyasa, but you are not having the gnanam or not striving for the gnanam, then there will be a problem. There will be a problem. Otherwise, you will be a samsari. Internally, you are a samsari. Externally, you appear as a sannyasi. So, Lord tells here in this particular chapter from 16th to 24th shloka, this topic discussed. Informal sannyasa, that is, even if you are a grihastha, no problem. Externally, formally, you may not, you need not to take. It happens, it happens. But most important is either the formal sannyasi or informal sannyasi, both should have the basic qualification, internal renunciation. Where is your mind? How is your mind uh, acting? Even while it is acting and doing the actions, whether it is attached to the karma phala, it is claiming the kartrutva bhoktruttvas, or it is like a non-sticking dosha pan, like non-sticky. See, dosha, nowadays no new things are invented, non-sticking pan. Just like your mind should be like a non-sticking pan, then internally you are a sannyasi, but externally to look, you are living in the same house with the same people, you are still a grihastha. So Lord spoken about this grihastha mainly here, and so remembering the role and action with detachment. He is acting. Remembering the role means as like the actor remembers his role, and he is really not that character, but he is just temporarily taking the vesham and acting. That means I know that I am just playing a role, but that is not my real essential nature. So remembering the role and not forgetting the his essential nature and acting without detachment. Whenever a person is acting in the drama or cinema, they never get attached to that. They know that director said, I am taken this vesham, I went to the green room and changed and came. So now I just act. Then where is the question of attachment in this action? And again he goes back to the green room and he takes back his original dress. In the same way, so this withdrawal with wisdom, and if the formal sannyasa and informal sannyasa I told no, in this actually you gain the knowledge through Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanas. You entered into the Gnana Marga. You are participating in the Gnana Yajna and listening systematically, consistently from a competent living teacher for long, lengthy period of time. and that knowledge helping you to withdraw inside internal renunciation of the results of the action and attachment to the action is called gnana karma sannyasa yoga. If anybody gained that shravana manana nididhyasana and gnana yajna completely thoroughly, then he took the sannyasa. We call him as a vidvat sannyasi. Afterwards, whether he do any vyavahara or he will take any social service projects or construct the school or ashrama, but he doesn't get any attachment, he never bothers. He just do it for the loka sangrahartham. If it runs, goes well and good, goes properly, well and good. If it is not going or able to run properly, also well and good. He is not bother about it. Now, if the gnanam is not done, taken place, or shravana mananas, nididhyasanas are not done properly, but to do that, I want to take sannyasa means vividisha sannyasam. Then definitely you must commit to that shastra adhyayanam. Otherwise, what will happen? Because you took the sannyasa dress and all that, and then immediately collecting the funds and donations, and only either you are not studying and you are just only in the again name of the service. You, if you miss the, deviate from the track. You must study the Shastra, you must do Shravana Manana Nidhyasana either before sannyasa or after sannyasa. It is must. Because without Gnanam Sannyasa Lakshanam, Shankara says Gnanam is the Sannyasa Lakshanam. And here if you see from this shlokas in this particular portion, importantly, now Lord giving the different characteristics of this Gnana Karma Sannyasa, Gnana, what? Tyaktva Karma Phala Sangam, 19th, 20th shloka. 19th kuda, 19th also you can take. Yasya sarve samarambhaha kama sankalpa varjitaha ज्ञानाग्निदग्ध कर्माणं तमाहुः पंडितं बुधाः त्यक्त्वा कर्मफलासंगं नित्यतृप्तो निराश्रयः कर्मण्यभिप्रवृत्तोऽपि नैव किञ्चित् करोति सः. Still many more. His inner attitude, the climate of his mind, Bhagavan explained, and then at the end of that particular portion, Bhagavan says that so Grahastha Gnani and Grahastha Gnani Sannyasi. Sannyasi Gnani. Both the ways we have to think. Which suits to us, where we are now, what is my understanding. Then concludes with the very important shloka 24. Brahmarpanam Brahma Havihi Brahmagnau Brahmanahutam Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. I have very elaboratedly explained the meaning of this shloka. After concluding that particular Gnana Karma Sannyasam, then next third topic, third portion is what are the other sadhanas you need to do to establish in this Gnana Sadhanani, and what phalam, the result you will get. So from 25th shloka onwards up to the end of the chapter 42nd shloka, Bhagavan deals with these 2 points. Here he started explaining about the different kinds of yajnas. The concept of yajna is introduced in the 24th shloka. Everything the doer who helps to do that, what are the other things you use, your hand, that homa dravyas, homa kundam, agni, and the receiver, the particular Shakti God, everything is Brahman only. Because ultimately you have to come to the final culmination of that Sarvam Brahmamayam. So indirectly, very beautifully, very exceptional shloka, Brahmarpanam Brahmavi. Then Arjuna, you may not able to understand the depth of this shloka. I will explain to you in a simple way. Whatever people do in their day-to-day action, let them do as a anushtana. Let them do with the attitude of the gratitude and the yajna bhavana. It's like a cosmic function, like that. I am just sharing and contributing my role in that. So for that, Bhagavan started explaining first different yajnas. Totally 12 yajnas he quotes. Vishaya Bhoga Yajna. Vishaya Bhoga Yajna. For that only Daivam Eva Pare Yajnam. Why we worship and propitiate the different gods? Because they will bless us. They will bless us with the children, wealth, and cattle, house, and all that. For that. So, to just simplify and tell, Vishaya Bhoga Yajnam. That is also do. Yajna like Bhava. Then some slowly, after some time, they will try to control their senses. Dhamma Yagnam. Controlling of the senses are very important. Otherwise, you cannot be lead a dharmic life. If you just lead as you want, okay, you cannot. So here the difference between the animal and the human being, isn't it? Because Lord thinks that you are following my teaching, Dharma Shastra first, then Brahma Shastra. Dharma Shastra should help and guide the person to the Brahma Shastra. So, animals are called Tiryag yonis. Tiryag means horizontal. Their stomach and the head are in the straight line. So, their head is grown, I mean their brain, how much it is needed to fill the belly. That much only that head, that brain will function. Nothing more or less. No punya papa, just exhausting. But man is a vertical, straight standing person. That means your head is on your shoulders, above the shoulders. So you must think much more higher, not only the filling the stomach. Your aim of the life, your struggle time, vyavahara should not be only for uh, eat, drink, and enjoy. There is something greater, higher thing. So that's why slowly, in order to think in a higher way, trying for seeking for the higher paramarthikam, you need a dhamma yajnam, sense control, shama yajnaha, mind control. Then dravya yajnam means by doing charity, dhanam, because that is very, very essential. You should not possess things only for your sake. Give, share. So dana yajnam or dravya yajnam. And simultaneously, some people will do tapo yajnam. Tapo yajna means having a self-control and self-denial, self-imposed discipline is called tapas. That means dama shama together. We can call this a tapo yagnam or being moderation, maintaining the moderation in the your ahara, vihara, vyavahara, everything is called tapaha. That means according to your varna ashrama dharma, you have to change your lifestyle. adopt to that. Then Yoga Yagnam, that Ashtanga Yoga following Satyam, Ahimsa, Satyam, Asteyam, Aparigraham, Brahmacharyam, and all that. Santosha, Shaucha, Santosha, Swadhyaya, okay, Tapas, Ishvara, Pranidhana, all that. So, Yoga Yagnam. And then do the Swadhyaya Yagnam. Follow and read the Shastras, Parayanam and all that, Swadhyaya Yagnam. And Gnana Yagnam. This Gnana Yagna is taught in two different levels. One is totally a spiritual. That means more involving in the Shravana Manana Nidhyasana, Shastra Shravanam. And other disciplines, the second type of Gnana Yajna means other disciplines like knowing the Veda Angas and knowing the language, even Samskrita is necessary, good. But I am talking to you now in English. Even to understand the English, you must know the English language. Or if I speak in a Telugu, you must know the Telugu language. So these other supporters, auxiliaries, Veda Angas they called it. You must know the Sanskrit, you must know the grammar, you must know those chandas, all this. Some extent at least. So Veda Angas are the language, are the auxiliaries, side supporters. For what? That main Gnana Yajna. These things are also, if you are simultaneously doing, it is called a auxiliary supporter of Gnana Yajna, other disciplines. Okay. Then further he said Pranayamam, specially given importance to the Pranayamam, being the prana connects to both these two things, it is like a bridge between the body and mind. It is very, very essential, important pranayama because that controls your mind also, controls your senses also, and gives a higher elevated thinking to the mind. Then he comes to the ahara niyama yagnam. Ahara niyama. Your eating habits. What to eat, when to eat, how to eat, how much to eat, all these things. Ahara niyama yagnam. Because whatever you eat, that you are. Because the subtlest essence part of the food is expressed as your mind. That's why in later chapters, Bhagavan is going to talk about the Daivasura Sampad Vibhaga Yogam. There, three kinds of food and Rajasic food, Tamasic food, Sattvic food, liked by which kind of mentality people, all that he explains. And he tells the benefit of this and the side effects of this all. But here he briefly just telling Ahara Niyamam Yajnam. Then after explaining like this 12 kinds of yajnas, at the end to conclude, Bhagavan, altogether you must have a guide, teacher, guru to you. The importance of the guru is brought out. If you see in the 33rd shloka, of course, Lord praised their Gnana Yajnam also. And then only, if you really like it, because I am telling you the highest benefit and the highest Yajnam, topmost is Shreyan Dravyamayad Yajnat Gnana Yajna Parantapa Sarvam Karmakhilam Partha Gnane Parisamapyate. All your ignorance and ahankara and karma bandha and karma phalams, everything is just taken away. And After that only he introduces this, the third, next point is a guru, importance of the guru. Remember, we are talking about the final third topic, Gnana Sadhanani and Gnana Phalam. Now, in order to gain this knowledge in a proper way, traditional way, systematic way, correctly, without again going around and beating the bush and deviating from the track, because why you are unnecessarily going to waste the time? One day or other you have to come back to gnanam only. Gnanam only can give the moksha, not the karma or the upasana. They are all just as helping stepping stones, like, but where you have to work finally, gnana yajnam, that's why Bhagavan is praised here. But remember, you must approach a teacher. We discussed many points about it. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te gnanam gnaninastattvadarshinaha. So, very important shloka. You should not read by yourself, and you should not try to gain the Brahma Vidya, Brahma Gnanam, and never think that without the guide, because you need to clarify your doubts on the path in between now and then. So, to whom you will ask? For example, now Bhashyam is available, Bhagavad Gita shlokas are available. Even they are printing like a small matchbox size book in all the languages of the world, Bhagavad Gita available. But if you get any doubt by reading commentaries or by studying slokas on your own, whom you'll ask? Because the original authors of these either Upanishads or the Shankara or Vyasa or Krishna, they are not available. They were not around you now. Now, where you can clarify, whom you can ask? Only a present living Acharya teacher only you have to approach, because they learned from their Guru. That Guru learned from his Guru. This is called Guru Sishya Parampara, Guru Parampara. We have to come in that way only. Never think that it just will come and I can understand and all that. This is the biggest problem in the modern world with the modern educated people, intellectuals, because they cannot give up their ahankara, they cannot surrender to somebody, they cannot accept someone as a teacher. So they will just waste their time, and they feel that they satisfy with that. There's no, I am a spiritual. What kind of spiritual? What do you mean by spiritual? Joining in any institution, or uh, doing some kind of morning to night these things and listening randomly this and that? This is not spiritual. Systematic study of the scriptures. That's why that day I told we need a guru who can teach the Shastra. There are Upadesha gurus, blessing gurus, inspiring gurus, and mantra giving gurus. So many Upasana, telling about the Upasana gurus. But Shastra denies that. They all good in one level. They help you for one aspect, but finally, to culminate all that and derive the essence, real what it means, for what I am doing, where I have to go, in which direction, what I have to reach, attain. This clarity will come only by a who systematically teaches from that teacher. So Shastra Upadesha Guru we need. Okay. After praising, after telling the importance of the Guru and all that, then finally Lord gives the Arjuna, if a person, whoever gets this knowledge thoroughly here, abides in this knowledge of the Atma or Brahman, you know what are the benefits? So Lord highlighted the four benefits. One, he says, Mohanashanam. After that, further, you never get deluded. You never get delusion. What is the delusion means? Some kind of question, doubt about the anything which is related, which is relative. What is relative? This jiva is a relative, vyavaharika, and the jagat is also is a relative, ephemeral, relative, vyavaharika. And who is the cause and creator of this creation of your body and everybody's bodies? This entire jagat is Ishvara. What is his nature? One way to say Ishvara is also a vyavaharika. So, not having any doubt, any question absolutely about the Jiva Jagat Ishvara is called free from the delusion. He is free from the delusion. Or another word to put, considering or having the idea thought of this Jiva is real Satyam, or this body is I am, and Jagat is also real, and the world is always giving the problems to me, and this world is created by Ishvara, whether this Ishvara is partial or what, and Ishvara is Satyam. If you have a Satyatva Buddhi on these three relative aspects, then you cannot discover and come to the essential, the one Brahman. Who is the supporter of this Jiva Jagat Ishvara? What is that? What is its nature? What is the Brahma Swarupam? Whether I am a Brahma or a Jiva, find out. That is called Moha Rahitam. So, Moha Nashanam. Then Bhagavan said, once if you take this path of Jnana, you never lose anything. Or another thing, you never gain also anything. No loss, no gain. Then what is this loss, no gain equation is, you have to understand properly. You are a Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupa Atma. You are already Purnam. You are not a Baddha. Then where is the question of I want to give up something and I want to gain something? This gain and loss all are only again at the relative Vyavaharika plane. But we are claiming here I am a Paramarthika Satyam Brahmam. Okay, once if you come, then whatever may be you have done sins in your past lives or in this life, you just forget all of them. Sarvebhya, okay, api chedasi papebhyah sarvebhyah papakruttamaha. If you are a super sinner, not runner, sinner, because cricket matches are going, super sinner, but still all that sins, papa nashanam, second benefit, just like the wind comes and the clouds are pushed out, in that way, your papams are all washed away. Never have any fear about your sins and all that. Just come to this path, that's all. Take it as a cleanser. And then Bhagavan said, how it cleans, he gives the example. Just as the fuel, when you put it in the fire, the fire which is blazingly burning, immediately consumes everything and turns into as ashes. Yathai thamsi samidyognihi asmasat kurute Arjuna. That's why Gnanagni, the wisdom of the truth, will destroy all the what? Destroys all the karma. So sarva karma phala nashanam. Sarva karma bandha nashanam. So uh, mm, mohanashanam, papanashanam, and the sarva karma bandha nashanam. Therefore, there is nothing equal a great purifier than this knowledge, Arjuna. Nahi gnanena sadrusham pavitramiha vidyate tatsvayam yoga samsiddha kalenatmani vindati. Here in 38 and 39 slokas, Bhagavan, in 38 he emphasizes again, therefore there is nothing equal to the gnana yajna, because it is going to solve all your problems, so-called your problems, suffering, uh, entirely once for all for good in course of time. Therefore, have the faith on my words. Shraddhavan labhate gnanam. If you doubt my teaching, if you doubt my shastra, my manual, and you will be perished. You have a doubt. So one is he emphasized positively, please have the Shraddha. Only Shraddhavan labhate gnanam. Only who is committed, dedicated, have the faith on this, my teaching, only can gain faith on Guru Shastra. And such a person definitely will get the Gnanam. There is no any doubt about it. And because of that, Param Shantim Adigachyati. Achirena, shortly, quickly. That means what? In this life itself. Never postpone your mukti to the next life or next life. If you are really a sincere, you mean the business in spirituality, never postpone. That's why Param Shantim Achirena means very quickly, shortly. Means if you work, means now and here in this life itself, Jivan Mukti. But if you are not having the faith and if you are not having the Shraddha, and if you keep on doubting, if you become a doubting Thomas, then what will happen? You will be perished. You are the most supreme loser. That's why Samshayatma, Papishtaha, this doubtful person is a great loser. He loses the peace and the worldly in this world also. He won't get the other world also because he doesn't have any faith. He lives just like a animalistic life, even though after getting the human body. What a great tragedy! So never keep any doubt in your mind. Then, therefore, finally concluding, the Lord says, you give up all the attachment to the action and the results of action in your mind. Through how? Through the Jnana sword, you cut them and you abide, keep your mind on the highest Paramarthika truth, and no karma can never binds you. Therefore, tasmad ajnana sambhutam hrustam gnanasinatmanah chitvainam samshayam yogam atishthotishta bharata. Finally, Lord says, but still you have to do your duty. To do your dharmic duty as a kshatriya and keeping in your mind this knowledge, Nothing wrong. It never contradicts. This is only good for you. So get up and get ready, do your dharma. In this way, Lord concluded the fourth chapter very beautifully, Gnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ हरि ओम तत्सत्